And it's made the world a much more dangerous place. You know, today, a majority of Americans believe that our kids will have a worse life than we did. 65%. That is the first time in the history of this country that's ever been true. That may be the most un-American idea you can imagine. I believe this election in 2016, the central issue will be reigniting the promise of America, getting back to that fundamental ideal that our kids will have a better life than we did and their kids will have a better life than they did. Now, how do we do that? Well, it's very simple. We get back to the principles, the free market principles and constitutional liberties that built America in the first place. You know, the nice thing about eternal truths? They're always true. We know what works. We just got to get back to the common sense principles that are the foundation of this nation. Number one, we bring back jobs and growth and opportunity. My number one priority in the U.S. Senate and as president is economic growth. Now, why is that? Because economic growth is foundational to everything else. You want to turn around unemployment. You want to turn around the national debt. You want to rebuild our military. You want to strengthen and preserve Social Security and Medicare. You've got to have growth. With growth, we can do all of that. Without growth, we can't do any of that. And the folks here understand cause and effect. You understand that every time we do what we're doing now, out of control spending and taxes and regulation, you get what we got now: misery and stagnation and malaise. And by the way, what did Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders promise? More of the same. You know what? If we have yet more spending and taxes and regulation, things only get worse. To all the young people who show up at the Bernie Sanders rallies, I would just say, if you can't get a job now, how bad do you think it would be doubling down on this path? As Margaret Thatcher said, the problem with socialism is eventually you run out of other people's money.